Ybor flavors. There is always something going on in Ybor City. Today we're in Centennial Park for the Ybor City Cigar Festival. Wine, cigars, of course, beer, and food. I can't wait to check it out. Let's go. Go all over the festival to find Lisa, who put this awesome event on. Hi, Lisa.
Thanks. Hi, how are you?
So this is your first event here in Ybor City, the Cigar Festival, right?
Actually, this is my second event for the Ybor City Cigar Festival. I did La Verbena last year, but we did it in the park. It was just kind of tailed down a little bit. We didn't have the streets closed, and we didn't have the beer and the wine, so this year we added a few different things.
So besides Ybor City being the cigar capital of the U.S., what is your vision behind this event?
Well, you know, my vision goes back to the 1800s because my great-great-grandfather was one of the first mayors of West Tampa, and then my great-grandfather's father was the last mayor of West Tampa. They migrated here into Ybor City. They worked in the cigar industry. So, you know, I used to sit when I was a little kid on the kitchen table with my great-grandmother while she was rolling cigars for her sons and my great-uncles and her husband, my great-grandfather. So for me, it's about family, it's about culture, our history, our heritage. I mean, Ybor, it was built by the man himself who brought the cigar industry here into Ybor City.
Talking about your grandmother and your family and the rich heritage that you have down here. Do you know how to roll a cigar?
Well, I have tried. I used to always ask my great-grandmother, I used to call her Wella, of course, and I'd say, Wella, please let me, and she says, no, honey, look at the palms of my hands, and she'd show me the cracks and the stains from the tobacco rolling, and she would tell me, no, because your hands are going to turn like this, and then I was like, ooh, well, you know, so but I have rolled a few cigars, and actually they came out pretty good. My son actually rolled one for the first time, and he actually won first place in an event that I did called Cigars and Stars a few years ago. So
that's awesome, and what a great grandmother. So to go ahead and save your hands, you know she must love you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, to her it was like, look, this is what I did when I was little. I started in the cigar industry when she said when she was 13, and she's like, that's not what I want for you. But you know, that's what our great-grandparents and our grandparents did. They worked hours in the cigar industry to build this so we could have a better life, you know? So you have to embrace it. You have to celebrate it. It's in our veins, in our culture. I mean, for God's sakes, by the time I was 3 years old, I was still drinking café con leche in my bottle. And before I went to school in the morning, it wasn't Captain Crunch or whatever, Fruit Loops. It was café con leche and you know, Cuban bread and crackers and butter.
Well, I'm not 3 and I can't handle a café con leche. I'd be all over the place. I know that you're really busy, but can you just give us a brief summary of everything that you have going on here today?
Sure. Well, the presenter for this event this year is Westside Barbershop. They happen to be one of the largest barbershops in the Tampa Bay area. They've been written up for Best Barbershop. They've just expanded, so I went to them and I said, look, I've got a great event for you. I think it'll bring you some more exposure. So the owner, Robert Aguinaga, said, you know what, sign me up. So we signed him up. We came out, we planned everything together, very hands-on presenter. You know, some presenters are like, okay, here's the cash and get going. But he really, you know, not only gave us the cash, but helped us set everything up. And then, you know, we brought in, the old stuff, like, you know, the Cuban rollers, the cigar rolling demonstrations, the domino tables, and then we brought in some newer elements like the muscle car show. We've got a golf simulator here, so we're charging people to do some swings for our vets, because it is a veteran event for veterans, so it is driven for veterans. All the money collected here today is going to go to 3 different charities, and that's Volunteers of America, Paws for Patriots, and the Chris Kyle American Sniper Foundation. So
that's awesome, and this is such a great contribution to the community. I think I'm going to go shopping. I think I need a fedora and a couple other things.
Yeah, and they have some Guayaberas over there. They're awesome, so check them out.
And then I also saw beer, wine, and food.
Yeah, we have lots of beer. We have a giant beer truck. And we've got wine, and we've got about food truck alley. We've got about 5 food trucks out there with pretty much anything you could ask for.
All these flavors in Ybor City. I'm going to go find some. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mayor, this is unbelievable. For everything you do for Tampa, then on a Saturday morning, well, it's almost afternoon, you have the time to come here and do the opening ceremony for Ybor City Cigar Festival. How do you do it?
Well, this is one of 8 events today, so it's going to be a long day for me, but it's no different than any other Saturday. This one for me is personal. I mean, I love obviously being in Ybor City. I'm a cigar smoker. To come and celebrate our heritage, even if I wasn't a cigar smoker. We are a city that was built by cigar rollers and immigrant families who came here. So the chance to come out here and celebrate that amazing history, I mean, why would I be anywhere else?
So I have to ask you a personal question. What's your favorite cigar?
You're going to get me in trouble, but I've been smoking them for 30 years. It's the Arturo Fuentes, particularly the Hemingways. And if my wife lets me splurge, it would be the Opus X.
Ooh.
But, the Hemingways, I'm a big believer in the Hemingways and the Fuentes in general. They're a great Tampa family, and it's a really consistent cigar.
I heard a rumor that Mrs. Fuente is here today.
I heard that as well, and I saw one of the nieces here as well, so I'm going to go over to the Tampa Sweethearts and go get a hug from the family.
Go get a hug, and thank you so much.
You bet, Veronica. Thanks.
Wherever I go in Ybor City, I see Bob, but I think this is a really special occasion here.
Thank you. We've been doing it for 9 years now.
What are we doing?
Well, I collect cigars, and some guys leave us cash, which we buy more cigars, or we buy pillows, which is to keep the cigars fresh when we pack them and ship them.
So it's called Cigar for Soldiers.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And I believe the soldiers, it's in the top 3 requested items overseas that they're looking for.
Let me tell you something. In Iraq and in Afghan, they cannot get tobacco. That's all I need to say at this time.
Well, I can believe how busy it is, because Ybor City Centennial Park is so beautiful. You have the Cigar Festival. I mean, the mayor came down, and then of course you're here.
Well, you got to realize, Cigar Festival, where else are you going to have it at? Ybor City, the home of cigars. It's simple.
Ybor City is the cigar capital of the country.
It used to be. Now, I'm not sure. We used to have 252 cigar companies in the city of Tampa.
You know what? Forget him. Ybor City is the cigar capital of America. I'm going to go ahead and leave him now and go smoke a cigar.
All right, baby.
Of course, I had to find the oldest cigar store in Tampa, and this is Bret, the manager. Hi, Bret.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Look at all these cigars you have here. So was I right? You are the oldest cigar company in Tampa.
Yes, we've been there for 56 years now.
And where are you located?
3235 Henderson Boulevard, South Tampa.
And how many cigars do you have, or do you know?
Hundreds, thousands, a lot.
That's a lot. Just think about the inventory that you have to keep up with.
It's a lot, yeah. A lot of inventory. Yeah.
So I love to see you guys here in Ybor City. Tell me about your experience in Ybor City. Why'd you pick Ybor City?
It's great. The culture, Cigar City, here in Tampa. It's good to see more festivals like this celebrating the cigar heritage that is Tampa.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and check out the rest of the festival. If you were just to go ahead and look at me and say, I would suggest this cigar, what would you suggest?
I would suggest, since Oliva and Rocky Patel are here at our booth today, I'd suggest either Oliva or Rocky. Both are great cigars.
I was looking for cigar smokers, and I was like, wow, that's a pretty good shirt, Rocky Patel. And then I find out that he's one of the manufacturers here. Rocky, is that your name?
No, Rocky's not my name. That's the owner of the company, Rocky Patel. My name is Mike.
And tell me about the company. It's a manufacturer, right?
Yes, ma'am. The company's been around for about 20 years now. We're one of the leading brands in the industry. I mean, we have tons of different varietals, different brands, up to about 30 to 40 at any time.
So I think he's being a little shy because I did hear that you're maybe one out of two largest manufacturers.
A little bit, yeah. I don't want to. I want to be a little humble here, but yeah, we're pretty big.
Well, we're really happy to have you in Ybor City. Are you familiar with Ybor City?
Yes, of course. I'm actually a Tampa resident, so I frequent Ybor as much as I can.
And what's your favorite thing about Ybor?
The cigar scene, actually.
There you go. Another Ybor City, I don't know, connoisseur.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
No problem.
This is the shop that I have been looking for all day. We've got shirts, fedoras, but I don't even think they're called shirts. What are these?
These are Guayabera shirts, and we produce them out of a small batch manufacturer out of Mexico.
But you're here in Tampa, right?
Yes. We're a website. We're called mycubanstore.com.
And what do you sell on your website?
We sell Guayaberas, also known as traditional Mexican wedding shirts, fedoras, and any Cuban needs that you might have.
So, Ybor City brought you here today. What do you think of this festival?
It's a great festival. This is actually our first time out here, and we're just blown away. The people, the atmosphere, the music, it's incredible.
You know, I thought there might be mostly men smoking cigars, but there's men, women, children, and my favorite, there's dogs everywhere.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great family atmosphere. It's a lot of fun.
So I am feeling really, really left out because I see all these people wearing fedoras, and I think you need to pick me out one.
Oh, definitely. We got a fedora for everybody.
I love it, a fedora for everybody.
And you look like a medium. I think this, actually, it even matches with your microphone.
Oh, here we go. Let's take out the clip, and you're gonna have to put it on.
Oh, wow.
Is that a fedora? Ybor City, if you're looking for something new and exciting to do any weekend, come down here. Ybor City, flavor to suit any taste.